Today I'm going to talk about doing how I got into exercise and running as a person with psoriatic arthritis, diagnosed at the age of 13. So we're talking about like 40 years living with the disease. Um, I had decided at the age of 49 that I was going to start doing some exercise, and I never in my life thought I'd be running because I was never athletic, ever, ever, ever. I never did any sports as a kid. I was always chubby, and I never pictured myself any sort of an athlete or a jock or anything. And I got into exercise. I started training with this trainer, and she was doing like functional fitness, and I would train with her 5 days a week. And she was actually an ultra marathon runner. And while she was training me, she told me that she was going to be participating in this ultra marathon 24-hour nonstop race, right? So, this crazy thing where you run for 24 hours without stopping, and you can stop, but anyway, the winner would accumulate the furthest distance within that 24-hour period. And I said, oh my God, that's so crazy. And she was like, well, there's also 6 hour marathon available. And I was like, well, I mean, I couldn't run for 6 hours, but I could walk. And she said, oh yeah, you can sign up for the 6 hour. And I was like, oh yeah, and you can walk. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. So I signed up with her, and we started training. And up until this point, I hadn't run more than 5 kilometers. I think I might have run 10 kilometers once. And I mean, I really suffered through it. So, anyway, I started kind of training with her to do it. I ended up doing the 6 hour marathon. But more importantly, I was training every day. This woman made me, by running with me and by distracting me, she made me realize that I could do it. And I became what I had never been in my life, which is an athlete. I would get up at 5:30 every day. I would run with her. She always ran with me, even though God bless her, because I was like a total slowpoke and she was an ultra marathoner. But anyway, God bless her. Um, so I started running, and I trained with her for a year. I actually ended up running 21 kilometers race 2 times. And the most important thing about that is that right in the middle of me being in this process of learning to run, I had taken the COVID shot, and my body went crazy. And my arthritis was back full force. I had been in a remission for years. My arthritis was back full force. It was so bad I couldn't even start the car. I couldn't turn the key. I couldn't get dressed. I would have to, if I wanted to run in the morning, before anybody got up, I would have to get dressed at night, and somebody helping me with my sports bra, and so that I could get up, have my coffee with a little bit of food, take my anti-inflammatory medicine, and start running. And I believed the entire time that I had this. I went out of remission because of the COVID shot. I knew in my heart that just as quickly as it came in, it would leave. Um, and it took 9 months, and it took doing ozone therapy, which which saved me. What saved me was my belief, running, and ozone therapy. So now I am not running quite as much. I decided not to run distance anymore because, at the end, I do have joint damage in my feet. and which from there, in the knees and the hips and everything. And so I want to keep doing it, but I don't want to put that much strain on it, because for example, like right now I have some inflammation in my foot, and I think that that's from stress. So I have like an inflammatory response. So I walk every single day, at least walk. I do a little bit of running also, and I'm at the gym. I do a strength routine. I've I've gotten to the point for the first time in my life that I can sort of kind of do some push-ups. I can do a plank on my hands. I have to modify how I hold the dumbbells, of course, because I had the my ulnar node removed from each wrist, because that ulnar node would get swollen. It would cut off the tendons in my fingers. So I have a lot of damage in my hands, and you can see it. It's quite obvious. Um, but yeah, that's what saves me. Today, I really did not feel like going to the gym at all, because my feet hurt a little bit, and I had to sit there for quite a while and just like slowly drink my coffee and, kind of like start stretching and everything. But at the end of the day, you don't have to feel like doing it. You just have to do it. You don't have to want to do it. You just have to do it. So I don't necessarily feel like going to the gym much of the time. However, every time when I'm done with the gym, I feel great. And that's what makes me go back to the gym. And I know that if I give in to my I don't wanna feelings, that I will sit and I'll look at my phone, and I won't do anything. And now I've gone to the gym, and not only is it the psychological dominance of knowing that I went to the gym, but also I went to the gym and, I worked on my muscles, and I sweated, and I got my heart rate up. And, I'm working on keeping my body strong, and I'm working on, that my joints don't have undue stress. I'm working on keeping my weight down, again, to not cause more stress to my joints that is necessary. So the gym is my therapist. The gym is my medicine. The gym is my time to be a champion, and my time to show myself that I don't have to depend on wanting to do something. I could not want to do it, and I'm stronger than my desire to have it, whatever it is stronger than my desire to sit. So I try to remind myself how I feel after, and that sometimes carries me to the gym, despite my I don't wanna.